Hello everyone, today we're going to do a bioenergetic video to release our fear. Letting go of fear in the body through bioenergetic exercises. And I'm going to do a follow along series here with you. It's going to start in a few minutes. I'm not going to give a lot of theory, but just letting you know what we're going to do. So first and foremost, we have to know that a lot of the fear that comes and again gets trapped in our body is from a fear of, number one, as a little kid and as a little baby, falling. So fear of falling. And another one that comes up is the fear of expression. So expressing ourselves. Sometimes we get stifled and told stop being wild and crazy and stop doing this and stop yelling. And then we get a little bit, we get told to shut up, and then we don't feel confident and ready to express ourselves in however we want. So we're going to work on both of those. Now, a lot of fear gets trapped in our lower backs, so we're going to definitely work on our lower backs, releasing some of that tension through motility, also through vibration, and our breathing affects the way we express ourselves. We hold our breath in, so we're going to work on breathing, opening up this section. And you may see, as if you have a dog, or you may have seen it, when a dog gets scared, it normally puts its tail between its legs and kind of cowers down and just like walks up to you and looks at you with like puppy eyes or fearful eyes, right? So we're going to work on that. Same thing happens to us. It's just like we have issues on our lower back when we're living in fear, right? So we have a little bit of this going on, like the dog, tail between our legs, and we normally come in a little bit because of the fear, right? We try to protect ourselves. So we're going to open this up, work on our lower back, and also our eyes. Our eyes hold a lot of fear, so we'll work on that as well. So we're going to do like 5 or 6 different exercises to work on all these different areas. And we're going to start off with like 3 or 4 exercises that are quiet, that are, you can do anywhere. And then the last 2 are going to be more of like expressive, like you really release a lot of sound. So for some of you may not be able to do that today, but that's okay. So let's start off. The first one is going to be working on the eyes, all right? So one of the things that you can do, and we'll do it right now, is to tap your eyes, right? I'm looking at the camera now, but what you really want to do is you want to look at your fingers as they come in with wide open, fearful eyes, okay? So you want to feel that fear. It's better if somebody else does it for you, like your bioenergetic therapist, but right now we're doing it ourselves, right? So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go into exciting eyes so that we can change from fear to excitement. And at the end of this series, we're also going to change from fear, releasing the fear, feeling the fear, all of it, and then we're going to go into assertiveness so that we not only feel the fear, deal with it, experience it, but then also go in ready to go. All right, so we'll do this for a minute. Eyes wide open, fearful eyes. Look at your hand, look at it come, and keep your eyes open and just tap. Keep your eyes open and breathe. Breathe deeply. So open your mouth, deep breathe. As it comes. So you want to hit right up here in your temple and look at it look at it come to you, right? It looks like it's gonna hit your eyes, but it's not. Really works on our psychological fear of like what's coming next, and is it gonna hurt me, Oh, okay. Take a moment to just breathe that through. And now with your eyes, create an excitement in your eyes. Look at something, whatever it is, and be excited about it. and breathe. Try to hold that. Try to hold the excitement in your eyes. You may feel you go back to your natural eye state, the way you're patterned, but focus on excitement. We just released a lot of fear in the eyes, and now we can enter into excitement, which is much more better than fear. You know, a lot of times when we don't know what's going on, right, we're just like, oh, I feel nervous. But nervousness can also be excitement, right? So, or fear can turn into excitement. So that's what we're gonna do. Something new, it's exciting. So practice that. We can practice that often, right? So, all right. I think that's enough time for that. Let's move on. The next one is gonna be the deep knee crouch. And this one, we're gonna be crouching and as if we're gonna dive into a pool and hold it as long as we can. We're gonna have our weight on the balls of our feet, moving forward, going down, and our legs are gonna start vibrating. It's gonna get tiring. And when you can't hold it anymore, then you're gonna fall down. And just go down softly, hold on. You'll be fine. We'll all be fine. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna feel it though, as we're barely able to hold on anymore, right? So forward ball of the feet, like we're about to jump into a pool. Weight forward. And make sure you're breathing. Keep your eyes open. As your legs start shaking, you'll start feeling fear. Like you're gonna fall. You might feel it in your lower back too, that it's tight. If you can release some sound, release some sound. And go down, rest a little bit down here, and we'll do it 2 more times. Interesting, because fear of falling has a very similar connotation, sounds the same, but it's also the fear of failing. Sometimes we feel like we're going to fail at something and that causes fear. But this exercise teaches us to feel the fear and that it's going to be okay. All right, one more time. When you're at the bottom this time, when we fall down, let's say thank you. Let's take a little bit of time to breathe deeply down there. And say thank you. All right, I don't know about you, but I felt a lot on my lower back. It was kind of painful, actually. as I was trying to hold myself in the deep knee crouch. So the next one we're going to do is using one of these guys. If you have a foam roller, you can use that. This one's a little bit hard, so I'm going to use this one instead. It's just an exercise mat wrapped around. It's got a little bit more give. I think that's going to be better for my back. So we're going to roll and make sure that we're releasing a lot of the tension that's in our lower back. We can start up top and then work our way down. And when you feel a tension spot, just allow yourself to breathe through it and stay there for a little bit. Don't stay too long. Don't hurt yourself, but allow yourself to experience what it is that you're experiencing, basically. Breathe through it. There's probably going to be some vibration, some sound might come up, and just go with it. All right, let's do it. You can move around if it becomes too difficult. Alright, let's take a little break. Sit up, breathe through it. Let's try to get down into basically our tailbone area. Let's move the foam roller down. I'm gonna try this one. I'm gonna start up top and then just work my way down. You can do the same. Oh, it feels good already. Keep your legs, a lot of the weight on your legs, so that's not all on your back. If it gets too painful, you can get off of it. Wow. So let's keep doing it for a little bit, making sure that you get that release. Right there, it was like a whiny cry, and that just came out naturally, and that's what you want. That creates a lot of release. Oh man. Woo. Oh my God. Woo. Thank you. All right. I think that's enough for me. Working on the lower back. One thing that just came up mentally was I can't. So when I was doing that, I can't, and it caused me to cry, to allow that cry, and a lot of sound came out and movement was happening. I hope you saw that. All right, so let's do the next one. All right, so the next one's gonna be the bow, and if you're watching this video, you probably know a little bit of bioenergetics, so you know how important the bow is. With this bow, what we're gonna do though is we're gonna drive our fists into our lower back, and you can also move it around a little bit in there. to begin with, just like right now, releasing some of that tension in there. And then your knees, your feet are going to be about 8 to 10 inches apart. Knees are going to be bent. You're going to start driving that in there. Go back. Look forward. Open mouth, deep breathing, eyes wide open. Make sure your chest is open too, and your shoulders are back. Breathe as deeply as you can. Whatever comes out, let it come out. Alright, so for me it was a little bit of anger coming out. Alright, cool. Always good to do the bow. Other things always come out. Whatever's coming out for you is good. Allow the vibrations to happen. Allow the breathing to happen. Actually, let's do one more little round. That is so good. I can feel my breathing is different. I can feel like my voice is coming out and projecting different, right? Expression. So we dealt with the fear of falling, fear of expression, allowing that to come out. Even that sound, whatever that was, it comes out and it's opening up a lot of the intramuscular muscles that are helping us in our breathing. All right, one more time. Very good. Woo! Alright, so I think we're going to do 2 more. The next one's going to be shaking. This one's going to be also somewhat expressive, so let's make some noise during this one, right? So feet planted on the ground, you just start moving your ankles, your knees, breathing. Then you move your pelvis, let it be loose, and then your arms, shoulders, your head, and with this one we're going to breathe but also make a lot of sound, right? So first just breathe. Try not to stay in the same pattern. Whatever comes out, comes out. Alright, light shaking. Okay. Light shaking, light shaking. Alright. And now just stand. That was a lot of expression. And a lot of release. Know where you're standing too as you're doing this. If you're standing too much on the balls of your feet, in the heels of your feet, consciously move up a little bit. Because being back is a little bit of a passive stance. But if we're feeling fear, we want to go through it, right? So move up a little bit. Be more weight on the balls of your feet. Because whatever the fear is, we're going to go through it. We're going to conquer it. Feel it, but go through it. Good. All right, and the last one is just going to be an assertiveness exercise. It's also pleasurable. It's about pleasure and excitement and assertiveness, and it also will help a little bit with the lower back, but it's mostly the hips, right? So this one is clicking the hips, I think, clicking the hips. So also an expressive exercise. So what you're going to do is you're going to move your hip back and forth, right? So, but you're going to really express outward. Ha! 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 That's assertive, right? So keep your arms here on the side. You can move them back a little bit if you want. And we're going to make like grunting noises every time we come out. Every time we're in the forward part of our pelvis. Right? So, ha! 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 Make sure you're breathing in as you're back. Ha! Letting it go. And try to get the sound to come from as low as possible. Ha! 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 Yes, yes, right? So, yes, 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 yes. All right, so I hope that video helped release some of that fear that we're holding trapped into our bodies that may be affecting us in multiple ways that we don't even know. I definitely feel like I released a lot of it myself. Hope you did too. And let's go forward. Get through fear. Feel it, right? Feel it. Get past it. Move forward. I hope you do. Peace.
You can move a mountain. You can break rocks. You can be a master. Don't wait for luck.